Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. In the last episode we were still in the first trial and we had made good progress because we had proved, we had proved how shady and bad and insane Nagito was. But now we've pretty much decided, we don't think he's actually the killer. He had bad intentions, but he didn't get to carry them out. So we know how my Byakuya-sama was killed, but now we're getting to the point where we really need to narrow down who did it. So, you're telling me to call out the real killer. Even though I really don't want to condemn that person, but there's one person in particular who's looking kind of sus at the moment due to circumstances. So, yep. There's no other way, right? The person who used the hallway's fire door as cover and used the portable stove to move in the dark. I mean, that right there, that explains why it has to be a certain person, you know? Who else would have had access to the stove and all of that? Everybody else was accounted for. And snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death, using the glowing paint as a mark. So, the only killer I can think of is you, and only you. Alright. Sorry, man, my fellow pervert. Your perversion has just gone too far.
You're the only one! Terry, could it be you? What? What are you talking about?
Terry's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen.
Your domain.
That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Cruel. The way you said it. Sorry.
You two. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook, you get so upset. Call me chef. If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts? The future of the culinary arts? That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
Nagito, what are you doing? It feels so weird.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So, what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Kane, shut up.
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Oh my god, attempted murder. So I happened to see a video earlier, yesterday actually, and I was shocked to see that the voice actress who voiced her also voiced another character, and I was like, what? I think it was someone from V3? I've forgotten already. But whoever it was, I remember I was like, what? No way! Now I can't even remember who it was, but yeah. Another Danganronpa character. I was like, what the frick? So she's really talented. Her voice completely sounds different.
Nagito, why are you interfering? Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too, so how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed. you think about that? That's...
I think you're lucky that Crazy Nagito is helping you out, because otherwise I think you had no argument.
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important! If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
Thanks, Gundam. Yet again, you have helped us accidentally. Dang it, I didn't read what he said. Are we going... What are we going with? Are we just saying... Wait, what? The gaps? Are we going by the knife? We're gonna say that it's the shininess of the stuff, right? Oh shoot, you guys. I'm mad because I couldn't read it. He talks so fast and I don't know. I'm gonna say gaps. Gaps? Is it gaps? Or maybe it's the knife? I think we're talking about the shininess, right? Glowing paint-like substance. I'm gonna go by that.
I can prove it with this.
Okay. Oh shoot.
The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
I don't know what he said. I was wondering if we were arguing about what the glowing thing was, or we were arguing how the glowy paint got to the bottom, and that's why I said, oh, maybe it's the gaps in the floor. No. Phew. That was scary. Gotta read, Binks, gotta read. My fault for taking out a lozenge to suck on.
By using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
Aww. Dang it. If only Byakuya hadn't stopped freaking Nagito, he would have been dead. He would have been the victim. It would have been awesome.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
Yeah. You psycho. This is all your fault.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all. Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
No. Shut up.
You again? Just stop already!
Oh, I hate him.
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
You only saying that because you want him to cover your ass more.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
Again.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
So now that we've gotten to this point, I can finally say what I've been thinking for a while. Yes, he said this, right? During the blackout. But when the lights came back on and everything after, he wasn't there. He was not there with him and nobody realized it.
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout? That's right. That's exactly it.
No, you just screwed yourself by doing that, actually. Might have been better if you had stayed quiet. That way you could have said you were in the kitchen.
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
Mm-hmm.
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by looking their sweat.
Dude, you're being accused of murder. You're super sus, and yet you're taking the time to be an extra pervert right now? Bruh, I gotta give you props for that. You got balls of steel, boy.
So, if you want, you should try licking me.
Wait, it says rawr. I didn't hear him roar. Did you? I had the volume too low. I didn't hear it. That's funny.
No way. You look greasy.
That's kind of hypocritical. You would eat greasy food, Connie. Don't lie.
But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall. Ibuki swears on her honor.
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me?
Ooh, ugly face.
It's not like I want to blame you. I just...
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in.
Stop. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Ugh. See, he's like so disgusted. He's like, stop. You hurt me. You hurt my feelings. I don't want to think about you, look at you, hear you.
Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
No. Stop. Get away from me. Ugh. This man. Psychopath. We're gonna go with the gaps now. Okay. I was close.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction.
There we go.
Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall.
God, I would hate to walk on that floor with all those gaps. That's scary.
But
He looks, frazzled.
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall. Is that true, Teru?
hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I?
Oh, his voice changed. Well, his way of speaking.
What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Clearly, Habercorn is not naturally adept at this accent, but I guess he pulled it off well enough that they were like, okay. I mean, I could never do that. What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout. That's my best. No, I don't know.
Where are you from again?
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
Yeah, he kept repeating that too during, I forgot what part, but we were talking to him and he kept saying he was from there and it was a little obsessive and I was like, why do you keep repeating it?
If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Yes, thank you, Chiaki. That fool was not there.
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
Nope.
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
Oh, is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Gosh, yeah, don't be sad. Things like that don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall?
So basically, I think they're going with like the Louisiana accent, right? Like the Cajun accent. Because to them, that's a good comparison to like in Japan, he would have like that southern accent, which they have. I forgot the name that they use for southern Japan accents, but yeah, it's a pretty interesting voice acting choice that they went with here. It's pretty cool.
I probably can. Oh, you again!
Damn you, protagonists! Whether or not Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure, I just need to throw that question at him. That question? Oh, right. You know, that makes total sense why this is here. There's something we haven't used. Oh, God. But basically, when this happened, the #1 pervert didn't say a word about it. That's kind of sus, right?
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Well, what?
Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
I mean, you would have not forgotten that at all, considering how you are.
Huh? It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I mean, it's a little over the top and, like, should not be possible. Spread eagle. Oh my god. It's so perverted. And actually, Louisa brought up something I didn't even notice at the time. Which are, it's bad enough that those little octopus things are on her. But the liquid, the bottle that has the liquid coming out, I'm like, yeah. This game, they're a little extra with this.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly. How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
Yeah, right.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Even so. Nagito, say something.
I guess you might have to give up now.
Yeah, stop helping him, Nagito. Freaking psycho.
Give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Hold on a
sake, don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
Okay. Sorry.
The murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore. It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet.
What does that have to do with anything right now?
You understand him? But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi. Enough with the whimpering and translate.
Really? None of y'all could understand that? Okay.
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin, edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
Come on, y'all. There was something missing from our tools list. It's pretty obvious.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it? Wanna do it?
He said, try to do it.
Really? More like wanna do it, but okay.
What a confusing accent.
Anyway, we need to focus and think about this. A thin-edged tool with a diameter of about 50 millimeters and at least 50 centimeters in length. The weapon that meets those requirements might have been used at the crime scene. Huh? What's that? No! Come on! We have the evidence! No! Oh, I hate this. I hate this. Ugh. I know. Okay, so that's iron skewer, right?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Just getting rid of, because I don't want them to bump into anything. In case you're wondering why I'm getting rid of all this stuff. Okay, E, finally. R. Give me an R. Yes. Finally, that was better. Didn't take as long. Still a bit stressful, but we got it.
The weapon must be the iron skewer.
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
I checked the equipment list, and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. Oh, that's right. As far as I know, that's been missing from the start. Aw, we just believed him. Ugh, that sucks.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
He's frothing at the mouth. Oh, I forgot this moment's so great. Why? Out of all the people to say, Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne?
Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building. Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
your chimp like, hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay, bruh. Finally, we are nearing the end. A cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields and simply will not listen to what you have to say. Oh no, this is it, y'all. Oh no. It will probably pain you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a panicked opponent's excuses and nonsense. That's the bullet time the panic talk action. I hate that they keep changing the name of it and all that. I'm like, what the frick? PTA. Panic talk action. During PTA, you must destroy all of your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Time your button presses with the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Let's pray that the fact that I'm doing this on keyboard and mouse will not bite me in the ass. Match the tempo marker by pressing the left mouse button, and you'll be able to lock on to the opponent's remark. If you keep pressing it, you'll be able to lock on to multiple remarks at the same time. Afterwards, if you release the left mouse button in time with the tempo marker, it will intercept the locked on remark. So just the left mouse. Okay, I thought I was going to have to do the right. By destroying remarks, you'll be able to damage the soul shields, protecting the opponent and destroy them. It's actually easier then. Okay. However, if you cannot destroy the remark within the time limit, you will end up getting hurt. During PTA, you can press the escape key to review the controls. But for this PTA, just focus on pressing the left mouse button. Okay, it will get more complicated later. Maybe the right mouse button is to reload later? Okay. Please wait for another time for the other features. Okay. Nice and easy this time, right? Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll find yourself in a tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes. This will alter the timing for each button. Please be careful. Last but not least, let me tell you about the final blow. If you destroy all of your opponent's soul shields, they will start to give their final argument. And if that happens, 4 words will be displayed on the top, bottom, left, and right sides of the screen. Each of these 4 words corresponds to the W, S, A, and D. Okay, I gotta pay attention to which ones I'm pressing. If you press the buttons in the right order, you'll be able to compose the words of your final strike. Okay? Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver your final strike within the time limit, the opponent's soul shields will recover. Well then, good luck and have fun. Pray for me, y'all. Okay. Duh. Stop. Stop. I'm just imagining him as a monkey now. I can't. You're the stupid country hick, but okay.
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hick?
I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
If the iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding it in the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by. Ew, it was covered with blood too. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started, which means was the weapon I can't believe they did that. Was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? Oh, they give you a huge clue right there. You just gotta be paying attention. And then the way they talked about a certain item, you have to remember the specific phrasing. Because I remember a certain YouTuber got the final strike wrong because he didn't remember the way they were calling a certain item. So, yikes. Could it have been in an unexpected place? Yes. Where would that be? Where did he hide a long weapon like an iron skewer? The length is the important part here. Think carefully. I must reveal to Teru Teru the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer. Alright. Focus, Max. Left mouse.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense!
Why is it not registering?
I don't know! Paris Hilton! Shut up! That's impossible!
I don't like the way this looks. My eyes are going crazy.
Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton!
Why does it keep saying myth?
Where would the weapon be?
Meat on the bone.
This is the end.
Okay. It was bothering me the way it was arranged.
The iron skewer had been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone.
Meat on the bone. See, it was a really funny part. When I did watch Nico B play it, he wrote on the meat bone, which that works, right? In the English language, you can say on the meat bone, but unfortunately that's not the way they have been calling it. So it was a really funny thing. He was like, bone on the meat? Meat on the bone? What? Oh, it was funny. But yeah, we got it. On the meat bone. Meat on the bone. Stop. You sound like an animal every time.
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
How is that impossible? It's just gross.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
Seems there are no dangerous items like that skewer in the churrasco earlier inside that pile of food. That appears to be the case. Phew, I wouldn't have known what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones. Oh, fish bones and meat bones were also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
Okay.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
Or whatever.
There's no way that exists here.
We need to confirm this now. So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
Girl, you know that would have blood on it, right? Like, ugh.
Alright. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing.
Wait, now hold on a second. Time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over.
About that.
Oh, she was tied up anyway. So.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go? I'm right here.
Oh, you fat ass.
I'm already eating it.
Yeah, that's pretty long. But you're a robot. I don't understand how you're able to eat things.
A bear that eats meat! Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal. Oh, what is this? So yummy!
Yeah, what kind of meat is it? I'm curious.
Damn it! That's my meat! I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life! The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
Sure.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My! There's something inside the meat! Look what came out!
Oh. How convenient that it had that at the bottom of it, at the end. Interesting.
iron skewer? Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
Man, too bad that existed. Otherwise, he couldn't have done that.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat, it brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
At least it's not covered in blood. Maybe he cleaned it first. I don't know.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
Shut up, fool.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone.
But you did. You killed my Byakuya. Now prepare to die.
I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Shut up.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
I hate how he looks at people like that, like disdainfully. Like they're garbage when the one who's garbage is you.
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
Yes, thank you, Chiaki. Slap him. Damn, he said that really fast.
He said, you're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loud-mouthed, fast-food-eating pigs.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should first...
We need to settle this, once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Yeah. Go over the entire incident. And then I can prove Teru Teru's crime. That's right. If we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
So it's finally come to this. My throb is chesting. What? Every case has one last feature to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. The comic book! In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of events in the case in the form of a comic book. This reproduction is merely Hajime's imagination, which happens to look exactly like Makoto's apparently. So there will be gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the truth panels provided. Around 3 to 5 truth panels make up one set. Inside that one set, there will be correct panels placed among incorrect panels. If you use up all of the correct panels contained in one set, it will switch to a new set. After that, if you fill in all the holes, you will clear the challenge. Pretty sure some of you already noticed, but it will be difficult to complete with so many gaps, but once you fill some in, it will become much simpler. For those of you who played the previous game, you might hesitate at first, but it's basically the same concept. Now then, when playing and solving the closing argument, there is a certain trick. If you move the reticle onto the gaps on each page, it will display hints at the top of the screen, which is much needed and much appreciated. Because I remember the first game, it was kind of confusing sometimes, especially like the images, you couldn't tell what they were doing specifically. And this type of hint will ask, what kind of scene, excuse me, what kind of scene is drawn in that gap? Also, if you move the reticle onto a truth panel, it will display a hint as well. This hint explains the scene contained in that panel. Put together these two hints and think carefully. Of course, don't forget that there will be a time limit. Well then, good luck and have fun. The time limit's pretty long, so I never have a problem with that. It's like 10 minutes or something? Yeah. Stock 1. Everyone at the party is... Okay, they're all at the party. Oh, poor Peko in the toilet. That's him holding it. Hiko being angsty. Goes in the fire door. Unlit portable stove. Night vision. Irons turned on. Okay. The storage room before the blackout. They're already on here. I'm guessing... Yeah. Same scene as the office room and dining hall? I'm confused. At the office room when the blackout occurred. Case containing potential weapons? I don't know. I'll come back. Kinda confused. Alright, there's the case. So I'm thinking maybe here somewhere. Office room. No? This information doesn't fit here. I should think about this again. Okay, so I was wrong about that. Moment it got dark, Byakuya. Okay. Alright. Who did Byakuya see? This is closing the fire door on the portable stove. Killer obtained a light. Do we actually need that? A weapon hidden in... That looks like a repeat to me. That's why I'm like, huh. Unlit portable stove. That's him turning it on, though. What did the killer do after exiting into the dining hall? Okay, that's why. Good, good. Okay, so I do know that there's extras then. Air conditioner turned on. Set 11:30. Knife glowing in the dark. Used a mark to remove. Keeps eating even during the blackout. I don't think that's important. Air conditioner turned on. That's that. It turned on. I used a mark. Set at 11:30 p.m. No? Okay, so it was here, not there. That's a little tricky. Anything else? These having to do with the killing. That's the killer. Who did Byakuya see? Knife glowing in the dark. Killer used a mark to move under the floorboards. Weapon hidden. Killer obtained at the storage room. Okay, that's the cloth. That's Teru. He's not that tall, but okay. Just a mark. That's Nakito being an a-hole. What was found under the table? Oh, Byakuya. Okay. He grabbed it and he... Oh, my baby, no! The killer's screaming. I heard it. Akane keeps eating. So what are we looking for? I don't think Akane is important. Killer obtained. Mark. Air conditioner turned on. They showed the air conditioner here, so I thought that was it turning on, but I guess not. Alright, Nekomaru's holding it in. Nagito ducking under the table. Big meat on the bone is what we're going to use. And the tablecloth, probably. Him holding it in was already here. What's this? Byakuya. You already see him ducking under the table. Oh, but maybe that's what... Maybe Maybe that's what he saw? Big meat on the bone. Let's do that first. The weapon was hidden in. Wearing the tablecloth. Okay, so we are going to use Nagito. Okay. Yoko is drinking juice. Amazing herring, Chiaki. Oh yeah, Chiaki's not here, so I think that would make switched on. Okay. Killer team turned on. Which will be her hearing him.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Okay.
Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started. Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us. Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for this.
Oh, that's right. There's 2 air conditioners. That's what I forgot. So that's why we needed to see 2 images of air conditioners turning on. That makes sense.
Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case.
He was really prepared, but it wasn't enough, was it, darling?
That item was the night vision goggles.
He looks so cute with his chubby cheeks.
Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table.
I love how Nagito was naked just for a second before they revealed it was him.
That's right. Everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen.
See, this is what's not fair. Just because Nagito didn't actually get to kill someone doesn't mean he shouldn't be judged for it. He should be murdered along with Teruteru.
The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move.
He stabbed him multiple times, too.
After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened.
Ugh.
There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime, especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food. Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura? That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
Freaking. This sucks.
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone. Would never.
But you did.
It seems this is the end.
Yikes. You murdered my babe. Case closed. Got my first trial done, yo. Ooh, I got 64 points at one point. I got a B. Oh no. Where did I screw up? Wait, what is what's that? What is it that I screwed up on? Was it I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't remember screwing up on anything. Aw, man, I thought I did really well other than this, whatever this is. What is this?
It looks like your argument has come to a close. Oops, I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate? Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote! Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier!
Jeez.
Why did this happen?
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Oh, maybe it was like my first that sword one, the rebuttal showdown. Or whatever they call it. Maybe that's what it was, because I kind of oopsied on that one a little. I don't know. I like getting A's, okay? I'll do better next time.
Correct!
Yahoo!
Oh, voice acting. Yay. I forgot. Alright. Well, I think we're going to leave this episode right here. I know I probably could and should put it all together, but it's a long episode already. So the next one will be, you know, this little talking explanation at the end, and then we'll see the actual execution and end of the chapter. Which will probably take, you know, 20 minutes maybe. I don't like a good episode worth. So that's why I'm like, I'll just do it next time. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. And until next time, have a nice day. Bye bye.